Ever feel like you're stuck in a cycle of decision fatigue and wasted time? What if you could break free with 10 simple rules that make life easier, more productive, and ultimately more fulfilling? These aren't just tips, they're game changers that countless people have used to tackle challenges, make better choices, and crush their goals faster. Successful people use these rules to get out of sticky situations, maximize every moment, and stay ahead of the game. Trust the process. Your life will never be the same. Welcome to Financial Roadmap, where your journey to wealth begins. Let's dive into the first rule. Rule number 1, the balanced growth investment strategy. It helps balance long-term stability with short-term growth in your investment portfolio. Allocate 60% to core, stable assets like blue-chip stocks, bonds, and real estate for reliable returns. Set aside 30% for growth assets, such as emerging markets or tech startups, to boost potential returns. Finally, invest 10% in speculative opportunities like cryptocurrencies or angel investing, which offer high rewards but come with significant risk. This strategy provides a solid foundation while enabling aggressive growth and future opportunities. Rule number 2, the cut-I-pick rule. Imagine a scenario where your kids are fighting over the last slice of cake. How do you handle the situation? The cut-I-pick rule offers a fair and efficient solution. Here's how it works. One person cuts the cake, and the other person gets to pick which half they want. This rule is brilliant because it puts the power in both hands. The person cutting the cake wants to make sure both halves are equal, while the person choosing gets to benefit from that fairness. In business and life, this rule teaches us how to handle conflicts or competing interests. By ensuring fairness and giving both sides some control over the outcome, we create a win-win situation. This is a great strategy for negotiating, resolving disagreements, or making shared decisions in your personal or professional life. Rule number 3, the 100-hour rule. What would you do if you had 100 hours to invest in your life? Would you focus on things you're already good at? Or would you spend time improving your weaknesses? The 100-hour rule challenges you to think about how you allocate your time and energy. It's based on a simple premise. You have 3 buckets, one for what you're great at, one for what you're average at, and one for what you're bad at. If you had 100 hours to invest, how would you divide them? The most successful people tend to invest most of their time, 80 hours or more, into the things they're already good at. Instead of wasting time trying to improve weaknesses, they focus on sharpening their strengths. This doesn't mean ignoring everything else, but it's about prioritizing the activities that will give you the biggest return on your investment. Rule number 4, don't wait for motivation, create it. Waiting for motivation is often a trap. It's easy to believe that motivation will come before you take action, but the truth is, it's something you create by simply moving forward. Once you begin, even in small ways, motivation starts to build. Think of it like pushing a snowball down a hill. Momentum picks up as you go. Each small step you take toward your goal generates more energy and inspiration to continue. Rather than waiting for the perfect moment to feel motivated, start with action, even if it's just for 5 minutes. This simple shift in mindset will help you overcome hesitation and keep your progress going. The key is to act. Whether it's writing a sentence, making a call, or checking off one task, don't wait for motivation to find you. Create it through action. When you keep moving, you'll be amazed at how much momentum you can build, even when you feel like you're running on empty. Rule number 5, the one thing rule. We've all had days when we feel like we've done nothing productive. The clock ticks away, and we start to think, this day is a bust. The one thing rule is designed to save those kinds of days. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that will make the day a win? Maybe it's sending an important email, having a crucial meeting, or making a decision that moves the needle forward. Once you accomplish that one thing, you've won the day. This rule helps prevent procrastination and ensures that even if the day doesn't go as planned, you've still accomplished something meaningful. It's about focusing on the task that will give you the biggest impact. Everything else is a bonus. Rule number 6, the 2-minute rule. Procrastination is a common enemy of productivity, but the 2-minute rule offers a simple fix. Here's the rule. If a task will take you 2 minutes or less to complete, just do it right away. No need to put it off. Whether it's responding to an email, filing a document, or making a quick phone call, if it takes 2 minutes or less, just do it and move on. The 2-minute rule has a huge impact on your day-to-day productivity. Tackling small tasks immediately creates a sense of accomplishment and momentum, making it easier to keep working. Plus, it reduces the mental load of having a never-ending to-do list. Rule number 7, the 80-20th rule. The 80-20th rule, also known as the Pareto principle, is one of the most valuable productivity hacks you'll come across. It's based on the idea that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. For example, 20% of your customers will account for 80% of your revenue. 20% of your activities will contribute to 80% of your success. 20% of your products will generate 80% of your profits. So the key takeaway is to identify your 20%, the things that produce the most significant results, and focus your time and energy on them. By doing so, you'll optimize your efforts and achieve better outcomes with less effort. Rule number 8, the left-hand rule. This rule is a social life hack more than a business strategy. Next time you attend a social event or networking opportunity, try this. Hold your drink in your left hand. Here's why it works. When you meet someone and go in for a handshake, the last thing you want is for them to feel uncomfortable shaking a cold, sweaty glass. Holding the drink in your left hand leaves your right hand free for handshakes and greeting others with confidence. This simple trick ensures that you make a good impression and avoid awkward social moments. Rule number 9, the apology rule. Mistakes are inevitable, but how you handle them matters. The apology rule emphasizes 3 key steps: acknowledge the mistake and its impact, sincerely apologize, and offer a solution, or explain how you'll prevent it from happening again. By following this approach, you show accountability and maturity, helping to mend relationships, build trust, and move forward, whether in personal or professional settings. Rule number 10, the golden rule. The golden rule is as old as time, yet it remains one of the most powerful guiding principles. Treat others the way you want to be treated. This rule is the foundation of kindness, empathy, and mutual respect. When you follow the golden rule, you foster better relationships and create an environment of trust and understanding. In both personal and professional settings, treating others with respect will always come back to you in positive ways. This is not just a moral guideline, it's a way to build good karma. Help others, and they will help you in return. When in doubt, always choose the path that aligns with kindness and integrity. By applying these 10 rules in your life, you'll start to notice significant changes in your productivity, relationships, and overall happiness. These principles are easy to remember but incredibly effective when put into practice. Remember, the goal isn't to follow every rule perfectly. It's about finding what works for you and consistently applying the ones that resonate the most. If you found these videos helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.